We came from Tennessee, and now we're up in Kentucky. It is Friday, and this is our third time checking this place out, trying to get inside, and it looks like it just might happen tonight, hopefully. Here's where we are. Bobby Mackey's.
Way back in the 30s, in the little town of Wilder, lived an old man and his lovely little daughter. They ran gambling for a living, it was the best place around. All the men would come and lay their money down. Her daddy was a jealous man, but Johanna fell in love. He kept saying the man dealt a bad hand. So deep in the night, when all the world is quiet, someone came and took her lover's life. Johanna, Johanna, where are you now? Could it be you're still here somehow? Johanna, Johanna, where are you now? Is it true you're still here somehow? Now today it's a different place, all the same with a new face, with strange mysteries hanging in the air. People in their sane minds swear they see you today. Are you looking for the love they took away? Everyone knows that you couldn't bear the pain, so you took your life in the pouring rain. You took your life in the pouring rain. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Looking for your lover after all these years. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Has your lover returned after all these years? Now some may not believe it, and I won't say it's true, but some of us have smelled your rose perfume. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Looking for your lover after all these years. Johanna, Johanna, are you really here? Has your lover returned after all these years? Has your lover returned after all these years?
Before there was a building here, the property was called Gallows Gap. Cincinnati being the first stop to freedom in the Freedom Train, the Underground Railroad, which Northern Kentucky is known to be a part of. If you got caught before you made it across the river, they would bring you here to this property and hang you. There was no trial, there's no nothing. They had the warrant, that's what happened. Now, that's before there was a building. Then we became slaughterhouse, became a distillery, became a honky-tonk, and that's where Johanna comes in. Her daddy used to own the building. The entity that everybody sees, and she had a dressing room down here. She might be there.
Any look.
But her father used to own the building, and she was told not to mess with the members of the band. The band was traveling bands back then, and here, you know, that particular group or whatever, if they didn't play it on the local radio station. If you were lucky to have a radio, then you waited for the band to come back. She got hooked up with a dude, got pregnant, he left town, Dad found out, got mad, got the band back into town, had the boy killed. She found out about it and hung herself.
Robbie. Robbie?
Right. Randall Robert.
Right.
This is Robert Randall upstairs singing. Same last name, it's no Y on the end.
It's dyslexic Randall John.
Right, right. But her dressing room's down here. They say, rumor is, you'll know she's about if you smell fresh cut roses. That was her scent that she liked to wear at the time.
If you smell sulfur, Mark is shitting himself.
That's her dressing room?
That's her dressing room. Feel free to walk in, check, you know, the feet on the walls from some of the paranormal investigators. We got coming in on the flag, we're sticking her feet down.
Pretty swanky.
Scared?
Johanna's dressing room. And a girl from Buffalo is entering Johanna's from Buffalo, New York.
This is just off the ghost a little bit, but this is the bull that was rode, was donated here by Gillies. They filmed it upstairs, and Gillies left the bull here and just gave it to Bobby. They rode it up there for a while, and then they brought it down here. We've replaced bulls.
You said the movie was filmed here?
Hmm?
The movie was
That part, the bull riding
Bull
was
Riding was
filmed
filmed
up
here.
here.
Is that right?
What movie was that again?
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy?
Oh shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was filmed upstairs because they had a bigger area to film from.
Is that for sale?
Hmm?
Mr. Bustle for sale?
That's been upstairs for years. This punch out machine, they just replaced it. Bobby
And it's for sale?
I seriously don't know. Because I want the pinball machine that he has down
I want that, Mr. Bustle.
But he only wants it because the arm goes like this.
Everybody gets it
And
down.
it's adjustable.
So, Johanna's seen most of the time walking between this room and the back wall back here. There used to be a set of stairs that went along the back wall that went up behind the stage. Right, went up to the stage.
Stage right here?
Stage where Bobby's up there singing, it went up. It's an actual stage. There's room behind it, stuff that
Oh,
goes.
it's not being used anymore?
No, we just use it
Oh,
for
okay.
storage. That's why we took the stairs out.
I'm just thinking still.
But she's seen most often walking back and forth. I haven't, but the last time the Ghost Adventurers was here, my daughter brought them down and was talking to them. She was standing right about here.
Did they film it?
Yeah, they filmed it. They had it on their cell phones.
Caught on film?
On their cell phones.
Yeah.
That's all they had down here, the cell phone. Now, told you there's trees down here holding the building up.
Trees.
Trees.
Wow.
That right there is a tree. And in between them two outer posts, that's a tree right there.
Hey, the original building.
Original build.
What?
There was
1900s, 1920s.
Shit, older than that. 50s.
Is that right?
It was a distillery. It was part of the old distillery right here. That's also, they put this up as the distillery, but that was also the kill area for the cattle when it was a slaughterhouse.
So the actual slaughterhouse building, this is still it?
Yes,
Where are the tunnels that used to drain the blood into the river?
right there in the middle of there.
Okay, where's Joanna's head?
You tell me.
Or Pearl's head, Pearl's head.
The hole goes from here 70 feet down to the Licking River.
So you can't see inside the well anymore.
Okay. We're getting ready to go.
I'm sorry, I got so many questions.
Right here and see. There's the well.
Well, hell.
Okay. Where did Carl find the diary?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I never asked Carl about that kind of stuff before.
Yeah, he bought 2 books before we said come up there.
I knew Carl personally. I never asked him questions.
Is he still around?
Is
he still around?
He passed.
Okay.
He drank himself to death.
Oh, got it.
Where's your cell phone? Use your flash or your light.
Stay to the right of this doorway. This drain is dripping, and that's alcohol, and that's not what
I got it back.
They got another room, Brittany. Oh my God, you're below.
That's the well down there, right?
Want me to? Oh, there you go. Got the same thing.
So you can tell there's a floor over that. That's the well. It's apparently where the body went. Okay, let's go catch up.
And the chair leg was knocked out from under the chair. I went that way with a torch didn't flame like this. It's the only episode, only experience personally had in the building. I've seen other people get tagged. I've seen a head bouncer throw down the bathroom hallway. And he's a big boy. He goes 400 pounds. And I've seen him a foot and a half off the ground, just elevated out of the bathroom. There's places in this building he won't go alone.
Where?
Upstairs and in the hallway between where I got my booth at and the back pool tables. You won't walk through that hallway alone, or if the lights ain't on in the pool table. He's seen something in here. There's more than just the spirits that they say are here.
Well, he's over there, so for now.
Brittany.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for him.
You know, concrete and asphalt over the top of hardwood floors. That's what's here. Look at the construction. That's a hardwood floor with a half-inch asphalt or concrete crap over the top of it.
You knock it out for the display? You knock it out for the display?
No, that's the way it's been since I've been living in this building. We just
So
had,
this is all covered with a hole?
it used to cover the whole thing.
Okay.
Now, we just had the head bouncer in the room on the other side of this door with the bullet holes in it. He fell through a floor.
Well, he's 400 pounds.
Huh?
He's 400 pounds.
Yeah, he's 400 pounds. He went through a section of floor. He didn't go all the way through. He only went knee deep. But he looked down in the hole and it's deeper than this room. So there's another room over there under that floor.
So what is the story with this hole here? What's the story with this hole here?
This hole is the well. This room used to be the slaughter room for the cattle. When this was a slaughterhouse, this was the drain.
Okay.
The drain goes 70 feet to the Licking River.
Right.
Back then, the river wasn't as wide as it is now. The Ohio wasn't, a half-mile wide, quarter-mile wide, 50 feet. This was probably 15 or 20. See, my flashlight gets fucked with down here. I didn't hit the button to do that.
Did they smuggle the booze in the 20s
They could, yeah.
through this, or was it a different hole?
No, it was more than likely
this
that
one?
one. That's big enough to fit a barrel up.
Well, they would drop off in the Licking River, right?
Right.
And then they drag them up here through the tunnels.
They drag them
Up into
over and then they wheeled them through the pipe.
The bar.
Right. Now, this is your stairway to nowhere. At one point in time, back in the 20s, this was used.
Why would you go to nowhere? Why would you go to nowhere?
Too many questions.
Oh, wow,
sorry.
eh?
I mean, why was it used?
It's a stairway to heaven.
The stairway to heaven, yeah.
Let's go.
They call it the
Let's go.
stairway.
Heaven. Let's go.
They call it the stairway to nowhere because there's floor up there. This used to go to the offices back when this was a gambling casino.
That's LQ.
That was under several different names.
Okay.
The Primrose.
Right.
Ran by a crook guy here in Wilder. I forget it. I even forget his name. My father's told me stories about this place. That, unlike the Beverly Hills Supper Club or the Syndicate now, if you reputable casino joints, Newport, right. Newport was
City of
Las
Sin.
Vegas before Las
City of
Vegas
Sin,
was
man,
built,
when I was
right.
growing up.
Sin City. But reputable places, if you hit big, they'd take you home, escorted, they'd drive you home, make sure you got home safe with your winnings. This place here, you tried to get out the door with your winnings, you didn't make it. They drug your ass down these steps. They drug you down these steps and they locked you in that room back there. That was actually 2 cells right there. Cells.
For winners?
You weren't leaving here with your winnings.
No kidding.
No kidding. If you hit big, they weren't paying you. If you had a conniption fit, they drug you down here, they locked you up, and at the end of the night, they decided whether they were going to kill you or not.
Until you got your attitude right.
Right. But that's 2 cells back there. If y'all want to step in there and look around in there, that's fine. Watch your step on the way in and out.
That's all right.
What would be to the sides here?
Huh?
What would be to the sides here? I keep hearing creaking. It sounds like it's coming from that door.
Right?
Probably.
Okay, I'm not
Yeah,
crazy.
There's about a 40-pound
Like the store.
groundhog
It's
that lives in
moving.
there.
You're a little bit
A
crazy.
40-pound groundhog?
Yeah.
He can stay there.
There's a groundhog in there?
Probably. That's where it lives. That's the only living thing in this building that stays in this building anytime. Look around. You see any spider webs?
No.
I don't have a maid come down here and clean. I don't come down here with a blower and blow shit out. Nothing lives in this basement except in that room. And that's where that groundhog lives, and it will not come out. It goes out underneath the wall out there in the parking lot. It doesn't come into the rest of the building. Nothing lives in this building.
If we head down, we play poker.
You can look around, there's no mice traps, no ant traps, no roach traps, we don't spray nothing down here. Nothing lives in this basement.
Here, Mama.
I'm sorry, I'll turn it off.
It doesn't bother me.
Whoever looked at me like,
But this was, when they put these walls up, this was a holding cell or holding pen or whatever for the distillery. And they put flower wallpaper up. It's got a floral pattern to it. You can see a lot better.
oh, looks like a cover.
Was that supposed to entice the women? The floral print, was that supposed to?
I have no idea. At one point in time when it was the Latin Quarter, they used to use the next section of the building over here for food processing, for making their lettuce or cabbage, getting shit ready like that. And they would haul the stuff up the steps. Other than that, I don't know why somebody would put that stuff up in here. I mean, there's flower border up around the top of it and everything.
Somebody spent some
Now,
time doing it.
how many, has the river gotten up in this building?
I don't believe so. It's got to the lower side of the railroad tracks. I've never seen it up above the tracks. Not my entire life. I mean, I've seen the Sahara River freeze twice in my life, and I've never seen it up that high.
Paying attention at all.
Come back later. We're gonna
Yeah.
Somebody would have answered. I would have laughed.
I would have loaded my pants.
Like, nope.
All right, let's go back to this other back room here. Last person out, please kill this light.
Not me.
I want to be last person out.
I heard a guy, I heard scratching or something behind that door.
Did ya?
Yeah, they're saying it's groundhog, 40-pound groundhog or something.
I beg to differ on that one.
So this is where they got the cattle, and the blood would flow down here and down into the river. That's the story on that. How do you turn this off? Oh. Okay, do you want, come here, huh? And you can check out the cells too. Come on in here. This is a holding cell. And when it was a gambling thing, if you won, they never paid you off. If you made a ruckus, they'd throw you down here, and if you didn't change your tune, they'd decide whether or not they're gonna let you go or kill you. But until then, you're in here. This was one of 2 cells.
Okay, we're going to get back.
Okay, hang on. I need light. I just want to get the shot. All up there. This is a holding cell. Cool. And you can see. Yep, there's a lock there. The door there once. Turn the light off.
All right. Been working in this building about 7-8 years.
Okay.
Been doing the tours down here for about a month.
Ah. Okay, you're right.
I'm just, it doesn't matter if I'm a rookie. I'm in the industry of
I know. Half the job.
I'm not affiliated with any of the paranormal investigating groups. The people that come in here do the 2 and 5 hour tours. I'm not in any way affiliated with them. I'm friends with Bobby and Denise Mackey. I'm like Carl was to them now. I'm their handyman.
Do you know what year he was on Phil Donahue? When I first heard, I was a kid.
Oh my
And
God.
we're from Dayton, so.
It was back in the 70s.
Oh, that's what I thought. Back in the
That was back in the
70s.
70s.
After he bought it though, right? So what?
Yeah,
77,
yeah,
78.
Oh, he's owned
Not
this
long
place.
after he bought it.
He's owned this place for 38 years.
Was he on Donahue because of this?
That's what we talked about. We did this store the last time.
I remember seeing, when I was a teenager, I
Yeah, I remember it was all
remember
dark.
seeing him on Phil Donahue.
I remember it being dark.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, they didn't turn on lights. You had to see it in the dark.
Was he on Donahue because of this place or because of his music?
No, because of this place.
Oh, really?
Haunted place. It was the first time I'd ever heard. You know, they used to Phil Donahue out of Dayton, Ohio. They used to go down and see him at bars cheating on his wife. Literally. It's true.
Wild, really?
Oh yeah, big time. He's a big Catholic boy too.
I tell you stories about Jerry Sparrow too.
Oh, really?
You got a credit
Paid
card
for a
receipt?
hooker with a
Got a
check.
credit card receipt?
It was
I
a
sure
check.
do.
It was a check. With a city check. He paid for a
He
hooker with
paid
a
for a hooker
city
with a
check.
check and then bounced the check. Idiot.
No, he's not going to get caught.
This is the wall on the face on the wall room. That supposedly is Johanna's face. That's what people say. They take pictures, they look at it through their phone and say it looks different than anything else. But there's a little black boy named Timmy in here that was caught fishing back during the Civil War and back before slavery was totally abolished. Him and his father had made it to Cincinnati, and they were on the Licking River fishing. Some white guys decided to roust them, check them, see if they were free, and caught him on the property. And the boy ran into this area of the woods, and him and his dad were both hung on the property. The boy plays with the toys, he bats the balls around. Occasionally we'll find some of the stuff moved that's on the shelves. He's not used to the bicycle. I think if you give him a hoop and a stick, he'd be happy. You know, you gotta give them what they were used to in their time, not what we're used to in our time. Any questions? This is the room where everybody most everybody either gets the EBGBs or they get it over there in that room. But this, this is usually the room that stuff happens in. Any questions?
We'll leave you in here, Ashley.
Questions?
We'll leave you in here so you can find out for us.
I'll be alright.
Now, there's a female that does the tours in this building every other weekend when I'm not here.
It's okay.
And she doesn't like, she's not allowed to go in this room across the way. Now, Carl, that used to be Carl, the old caretaker's, used to be his room. He kept his tools in there. He kept it locked up. He didn't like anybody in there. He doesn't like women. Didn't like certain women. Some people can go in there and not get affected. Some people, I don't know, just won't go in there.
Carl's a switch hitter. Carl was a switch hitter?
No, I don't think he was a switch hitter. I just think he had a very bad disliking and distrusting of women in general.
Can I take a picture of that wall?
The camera keeps either shutting off or running back to our.
What, this camera?
It keeps shutting itself off and it keeps running back to our
No
photos.
shit.
Yeah.
How's the
Meanwhile, we
battery
got
at?
brand new battery.
So where was this, that white area there?
Oh, it's right here. I can see it now.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought too, yeah, the two
Yeah, as
eyes.
soon as I took it, it showed up more on the camera.
That's apparently an apparition. Okay, let's catch up. This was the tool shed, was it?
Please? Yes, that's where Carl kept all his stuff in. And we've taken it over and stored stuff in there.
Hold on.
Says he keeps turning, someone turns it on.
They remodeled something in his apartment.
I don't know what they did up there. I've only been up there once and I didn't like it.
Isn't this called
I had to get up on the roof anyway.
Carl's bad cavern? Carl said turn the light
Grab that
on.
light.
Carl don't like it if the light's.
Last one out.
Now, Pearl Bryan, she was the woman's, the body that was found here decapitated. She was found in this well room. And the two people that supposedly, that they accused of chopping her head off and leaving her here, they hung them. Now, where they hung them at, I don't know. It's all in the articles up in the front of the
I
building.
like that song, Pearl. I like Bobby's song, Pearl. That's pretty cool.
He'll do Johanna too if you write it on a piece of paper and throw it up there on the
Cool.
stage in front of him. Don't tell him I said it.
Your head will be in the well.
I like working for him, man. He's super nice. His wife is super nice.
I love old country music, the real country music. This guy's cool. I mean, he is really good.
Dude, I just went down and painted his mom's bedroom in her house. His mom's 98.
Wow.
And I had to go down there and paint her bedroom with a sprayer because I couldn't use a roller or a brush on 8 layers of wallpaper. It was as bad as this shit.
No kidding.
And they pulled off what they could and I sprayed right over top of it.
Wow.
Now, is that
he's
Bobby's
old.
second wife?
This is Bobby's second one.
His first wife, where did she get her head pushed into that sink?
Upstairs. It was upstairs. There's actually 2 apartments upstairs.
Okay.
It was Bobby and his wife's apartment and then Carl's apartment.
And that's when Carl found her and she was being
Right,
into a sink
Right.
full of blood. Right.
right. She was pregnant. The pregnant
5
girl
months?
shouldn't even be in here.
Right. 5 months, always happens to pregnant women at 5 months.
My daughter, both of my daughters gave birth to children 11 days apart. They met grandpa twice in 11 days in the last 30 days. So neither of them were allowed in here pregnant. If I would have known,
So what's the story with
This is
his
not a
first
good place
wife?
for criminal.
Or like, where did the blood come from?
Disclaimer.
The first, when Bobby first bought the property, him and his wife moved up onto the second floor in one of the apartments, and he brought Carl,
Right.
his handyman, and moved him up into an apartment next door. But Bobby sang, and not just here at that time when he first opened the bar. So he wasn't here all the time, every day. The first wife was upstairs and was accosted by Pearl Bryan, trying to push her face first into a drain full of blood. Well, the drains were never in the building, were never hooked up to the storm drain. They're hooked up to the sewer. There's no way for blood to
Right, to go up, right.
Right. So where the blood came from, nobody knows.
To find the law of gravity.
But Carl never saw it either, did he? Carl didn't see it either, did he?
He pulled her back off of the sink.
But did he see the blood in the sink?
I
don't think
I
so.
never asked him. I never asked the man none of what happened to him in here. He was kind of flaky anyway.
Has everybody met Mark Mackey here?
Any further questions? Y'all get enough pictures in?
Sounds good. Where can I whiz in the well?
No.
I
Was in the toilet upstairs.
All right.
The trough.
Where the ghosts hang out?
They hang. I'm telling you, there's more than ghosts just in here in the basement. They're all over this building. There's
Noisy too, aren't they?
Just want to take a shot back here. That's pretty awesome.
go in the cells.
Yeah, well, you can check that one out. I saw one anyway.
Well, that's two.
Oh, is that two cells
Center wall
together?
out. They bricked one of the doorways up.
Oh. Yeah, that's what took us so long for catching up. I have to get this, Penny.
There was actually a center wall up in there and two cell doors. They bricked one side up when they put the shelving unit in there.
So there was a wall going down in that room we were standing in, and those two small would be cells.
You had this much. You literally only had a pot to piss in there. There was no sink. There was no toilet. You weren't going to stay in there long.
The
You
Jesus,
either
eh?
got shit beat out of you, and they let you go home and not come back, or they killed your ass.
Really, eh?
I mean, like I say, the Licking River's 60 foot away. It flows to the Ohio. It flows south to north.
It's easy to get rid of evidence, right?
Right into the Ohio, and back then, there was no dams blocking the river. So you put somebody in the water, they're going to end up 3 states away before they're found.
Where did it happen? Yeah,
Right.
exactly, yeah.
Who's this person with no ID, no nothing?
That is too cool. That was really neat.
The church property on this before we came here. I got down there and started flipping through all the trip pictures very quick. Can't stand them. And then it just kept shutting itself off.
Like I say, that Johanna
Have you heard
keeps
about
screwing with my
Father's
flashlight.
Have you heard about like father drain?
Well, his flashlight was screwing up there for a little bit. Didn't you see it? Flashing off and on, flickering? Right by that well.
My flashlight flashes fast, flashes slow, and stays on a constant beam.
Oh, really?
My flashlight down there will do SOS. It'll flash fast, and then flash slow, and then flash fast, and then flash slow. And that's not one of the settings on it.
Wow, eh?
Okay, I'm down there cursing them.
fancy free. Flirting with the boys with all her charm. Yeah, but I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. There must be some way I can't lose these lonesome blues. Forget about the past and find somebody new. Part of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me, best damn band. Well, I bet she's not like me. She's out to fancy free. Flirting with the boys with all her charm. Yeah, but I still love her so. And brother, don't you know, I'd welcome her right back here in my arms. Well, but she's some way I can't lose it lonesome blue. Forget about the past and find somebody new. Thought of everything from A to Z. Oh, lonesome me. I said, oh, lonesome me. Well, oh, lonesome me. Thank you. That damn Harold's hotter than a $50 Rolex tonight, isn't it? Hey, boy, we're here like a one-crop mule. Got me off my train of thought here. All right. Do your pretty one here from Willie Nelson. We invite y'all to come on out and dance or just keep on drinking. Drinking works. From Willie Nelson. If you had not have fallen, I might not have found you. Angel flying too close to the ground. But I patched up your broken wing. Hung around for a while, trying to keep your spirits up, your fever down. I knew someday you'd fly away. Love's the greatest healer to be found. So leave me if you need to, and I will still remember. Angel flying too close to the ground.
Thank you very much. Oh, crazy Uncle Ned Miller here. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Just a walk on by, waiting on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just a walk on by, waiting on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. If I see you tomorrow on some street in town, pardon me if I don't say hello. I belong to another. It wouldn't look so good to know someone I'm not supposed to know. Just a walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just a walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Not far from town. Tonight we'll try and say goodbye again. But I know it's not over. We'll meet tomorrow night. I can't let you go, so why pretend? Just a walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just a walk on by, wait on the corner. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. I love you, but we're strangers when we meet. Just walk on by. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. You hit my nerves and you rap on my brain. You let me know you got my hand insane. You broke my will, what a thrill. This will be
Mine was dark.
Once upon a time, my beard was too. Sí, señor.
Make the world go away and get it off my shoulder. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Do you remember when you loved me? Before the world led me astray. If you do, then forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'll make it up day by day. If you love me, then forgive me and make the world go away. Make the world go away and get it off my shoulders. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Say the things you used to say and make the world go away.
This one's almost as long as that one.
Well, you ever plan to motor west? Take my way, that's the highway, that's the best. Get your kick on Route 66. Well, it's wine from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kick on Route 66. Well, it goes to St. Louis, stop in Missouri, Oklahoma City is oh so pretty. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico.
Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona. Penguin, Buffalo, San Bernardino. Get hit the night time and tip. When you make your California trip, get your kick on Route 66. Back there, back there, boy. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Boston, San Bernardino. Get hit the mountain time and tip. When you make that California trip, get your kick on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Sure, Sean, can you sing with me? I'm glad to. We got Brittany here celebrating her 21st birthday. Hey, where's Brittany? Where is Brittany? Oh my goodness, happy birthday, Brittany. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brittany. And many more, many more, many more. Happy birthday to you. Wasn't that fun? Happy birthday, Brittany. Yeah. Are you going to Chicago for me?
And this gives me the, I don't know how many other people get to do a blues tune at Bobby Mackey's, but I do every time I'm here.
Nobody but you.
Nobody but me. And to back that up, we intend to be at Cincinnati Blues Fest this year. Privileged to have this fine young man behind me playing drums with me, part of my 7-piece ensemble that will be on the local stage. He can keep up with traffic pretty good. He ain't bad for a skinny white guy. So we will be on the local stage, Cincinnati Blues Fest, Saturday, August 12th. We heartily encourage you to come on down, support local music, but once again, I'm one of the few that gets to play any blues in here. Bobby says it's only me. I like that. I'm also on that blues.
I do blues, stay away from me.
Blues, stay away from me. I will be privileged to be playing with a veterans group that I work with called Guitars for Vets. Yeah. And that will be taking place on Friday. So I'll be opening the main stage on Friday with Guitars for Vets, and first act up on the local stage on Saturday with Dick and the Roadmasters, and I am the Dick in that equation. So there you go. Hope to see you there. I'm the only guy that gets to do blues in Bobby Mackey's, and I'm probably the only guy playing both nights at the Cincy Blues Fest. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Come on, baby, don't you want to go? Come on. Say, baby, don't you wanna go? And howdy, hey. And baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. Well, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8, 16. Show you things you ain't never seen. Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. One more time around, fella. And baby, don't you wanna go back to that land of California, sweet home, Chicago? Come on now, and baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, and baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home, Chicago.
Nick Book Holtz, everybody. Great. Wow.